3, 2, 1. Yo, what's happening, guys? It's your boy Wolfie here. We are back. Now, the first thing you want to do on this video, as always, is hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and also hit that bell so you do get a notification every time I do drop a brand new video. But of course, that is 4 PM UK time every single day without fail. And last but not least, my Twitch and my Twitter channels are down in the description below. www.twitch.tv/Connor Woolf and www.twitter.com/Connor Woolf 1995. All of my RTG, etc. is streamed over on my Twitch channel. I'm really proud of the community that we've built up over there. So if you want to come and join me over from YouTube, then make sure you do come and say hello. And of course, my Twitter, you can get to know me outside of FIFA. I do think I'm quite a cool guy. To get to know me just a little bit better. And in terms of, yeah, you know, just get to know me a little bit better. I messed up that intro. But without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, today is quite a special video, might I add. I'm actually quite excited to do this video. This is the top 5 mistakes gold players make, and this is going to coincide with a video the day after tomorrow. Well, the day after today's video, which is how to then get elite in FUT Champs. I'm going to tell you now, guys, 5 common mistakes gold players make, and they are quite common, if you ask me. Like, they're quite easy to... Oh, we've got a red gold pack pre-order. They are very, what I think, very noticeable mistakes that a lot of you guys make. I say a lot of you guys because I would say the majority of people, right, finish gold. Right, let's not beat around the bush. I think we get boards, actually. I'd say the majority of FIFA players do finish gold, right? I'd say that's a quite common theme. I've got no idea who that is. I can't even lie to you. Fernando. I'd say most FUT Champions players finish gold. So I think this video is going to go down really well. And I'm really excited for you guys to see the video. It's going to be broken down into like half podcast, half gameplay. So the first part of the video I'm going to show you guys right now is in terms of the mentality side. While I go and get into this game, I'm going to play a game that's got battles on beginner so I can show you guys what I'm talking about at the same time. And I would say that is, in terms of the mentality side of FIFA is humongous. Let's not beat around the bush, guys. Like, honestly, the mentality side in FIFA is arguably the biggest thing, the biggest main difference, I would say. In terms of not being too angry when you lose, not being too ecstatic when you win, and kind of just understanding where you guys are at and why you need to focus on these things. Because let's be real, the mentality side of FIFA is huge, and it always will be huge. If anyone tells you any different, I'm sorry, they're lying through their teeth. The mentality on FIFA is absolutely humongous. It really is. It's arguably like the biggest thing. I think you guys need to just understand what's happening and what's going wrong with the game, and think to yourself that if I do lose this game in front of me, and if I do win this game in front of me, then of course it's not going to be the end of the world. I'm not going to cry myself to sleep at night because I didn't win a game in FUT Champs. You kind of get where I'm coming from, and that is, I really do think, the big thing, because I feel like a lot of guys, a lot of people really do take the game way too not way too seriously, but they do get too involved with the game, and it's mishappens, and the game will mess you over. It will, trust me. As someone like me that finishes top 100, etc., the game messes me over. Let's be real about it. The game does things that I'm like, what on earth is going on? Why on earth is the game doing that? The game does do that. Let's be real. And it will continue to do that for as long as I play the game. But step number 2, okay, so step number 1's the mentality, and I think the mentality side really is huge, okay. I think the mentality is the big one. Try not to lose your head. If you do lose a game, definitely take a break. Try in weekend league to not lose back-to-back. I know that is a lot easier said than done, but losing back-to-back is horrendous, and it kind of really sets you off on a bad way, so just try not to lose back-to-back, okay. Now, step number 2 is understanding custom tactics and formations, which is why I've then gone into this game. For example, I just put on the first custom tactic that I saw, which is my 4-2-3-1. Understand what works for you and what doesn't work for you. So, for example, I play press after possession loss, 5 width, 5 depth, balanced, 6 players in the box, 2 corners, 3 kicks. If you're someone that really struggles defensively, playing press after possession loss might be way too like leave you way too exposed at the back, right? So what you then need to do is think, right, yeah, you need to focus on yourself and understand, right, yeah, these custom tactics aren't working for me. So if I'm someone that does concede a lot of goals, maybe I should play with a balance, you know, 3-4 depth, just to lower my back line a little bit and try to stay more solid. Because I feel like a lot of people really do overcomplicate things. Like, they're trying to change the custom tactics every week, every game, blah, blah, blah. My custom tactics do not really change that much. My custom tactics stay very similar. They don't change too much at all, really. And I feel like if you guys are wanting to improve at the game, that is definitely something that I feel like you guys need to look at. In terms of every time you lose the game, you haven't lost the game because of your custom tactics a lot of the time. So in terms of know what works for you. So if you're someone that struggles defensively, bang, put that back line on balance. Try and leave your defensive line as deep as you possibly can, etc, etc, etc. Now, tip number 3. So tip number 1's mentality. Tip number 2 is understand and use the custom tactics. Tip number 3, I'm quite excited about this tip, is learn skill moves, okay? Learning skill moves are very, very effective. So, for example, whether it be the fake shot stop into the elastico, the little... that one, you know, whether it's learning the cancel skill moves. You see that? He cancelled that skill move there. Fake shot stop, bang. Whether it is the... you know, the step overs, blah, blah, blah. Learn these skill moves and incorporate them into your game. I promise you, it will massively and massively help. Skill moves that I would massively recommend learning. I'll tell you them right now. So, the fake shot stop. So, I'm going to bring out a skill move tutorial for you guys for these skill moves as well, just so I'm not talking absolute gibberish. But fake shot stop, square and X, and then elastico, bam, bam, bang. Definitely one. The cancelled McGeady, blah, blah, blah. Like, these are very, very kind of like, what's the word? Skill moves, but the step overs, of course, have been very effective now for a while. I think Anders really got the step overs famous, didn't he? But yeah, learn these skill moves and incorporate them into your game as much as you possibly can, because I promise you, skill moves will definitely take you from goal to elite. A lot of goal players I play don't really have what I call source in the attack. A lot of their attacks are like very stagnated and very, what's the word? Very predictable and very understandable. So learning these skill moves will definitely improve your game. So we've had the mentality, learning custom tactics and skill moves. Tip number 4, in terms of defending, I'll let them just play on here. Try not to drag your centre backs out much at all. I know if you watch me play, you'll see me drag my centre backs out a lot, but I don't mean to be a kind of like a bell end about it, but I'm kind of good enough to know when to drag my centre backs out. And a lot of players that finish around them gold levels won't be good enough to understand these. So try and defend with your CDMs as much as you possibly can. I promise you that I probably get punished more than I get rewarded for dragging my centre-backs out. And I know that's a real stupid thing to say, right? But it's a very true thing. I probably get punished more for doing that. It's kind of mad and it blows my mind, but it is true. So that's the defending tips. Try and not overcommit as well. Overcommit with anyone, whether it's your fullbacks, your centre-backs, blah, blah, blah. Try not to, because it's just not worth it. And then final step in the arson. A very key one, actually, I think. A very, very key one. Pick a camera angle that you like, okay? Whether it's here. For example, I'm using tele-broadcast here, right? Whether it is tele-broadcast, whether it is classic camera angle, whether it is all of these different camera angles that I'm now going to show you on your screen. Learn the ones that you like and the ones that you don't like. And kind of think to yourself, why do I like these? Why don't I like these camera angles? For example, classic, very zoomed in. I like classic, but I don't love classic. The reason I don't love classic is because sometimes I feel like I lose something with my attack, with my defending. I feel like my defending gets a lot worse when I use classic, but I feel like my attacking play gets better at the same time. It's kind of like that catch-22. Find yourself in that happy medium. I know a lot of people really like co-op, don't they? Like, let's be real, a lot of people really like the co-op camera angle. I personally can't get on with it at all. I just can't. I feel like co-op this year is a lot more effective though, because you can see more of the pitch and you can kind of see where the through balls are going to happen and where they're going to come from, blah blah blah. But I feel like co-op for me just never really seems to work. It's kind of annoying. But that right there, ladies and gentlemen, are the 5 tips. So tip number 1, your mentality. Don't lose games back to back if you can. If you lose, take a break. Tip number 2, understand custom tactics and use them to your advantage. Number 3, pick the right camera angle and stick to it, because well, no, that was number 5. But number 3, I can't remember what number 3 was now. But number 4, in terms of defend, oh no, number 3 was the skill moves. Yeah, definitely incorporate the skill moves into your game. They're a massive pull, the skill moves, and I feel like something you guys should definitely be wanting to bring into your game, 100%. Number 4, in terms of the defending, don't overcommit. Try not to drag your centre backs out too much, like so. I know it's kind of like a weird thing to say, but a lot of people really do drag their centre backs out, like a lot. You don't want to do that, really. You don't want to do that at all. And number 5, pick a camera angle you like and enjoy and stick with it, okay? Try not to just use a camera angle because someone else uses it. Find one that you like okay, and stick with it, okay? So that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and also hit that bell so you do get a notification every time I do drop a brand new video. Thank you guys, have a blessed day, see you guys tomorrow, bye bye.